So UCLA did a study with 85 people. It's not a large sample size, but they asked 85 people to draw the Apple logo from memory. So do it. When I read the story, I did it, or at least I thought I did it. Turns out I didn't draw the correct logo. And in the study, only 7 people, so less than 10%, I think it's like 8 point whatever percent of the people correctly drew the logo. I mean, the logo's everywhere. Everybody knows what it looks like, right? You think you do? I don't know. So take a couple seconds, pause the video if you can, if you want to, and draw the logo and see what you come up with. All right, did you draw any of these? This is the basic form. You get an apple with a bite taken out of it and a little leaf on top. So did you draw any of these? So I drew the bottom left, which as it turns out is wrong. So here's what it actually looks like. That's the Apple logo, apparently. This to me is one of those things that you just take for granted that you know. Or at least I did. I took for granted that I knew it. And then when they actually asked me to draw it, I got it completely wrong. The bite's on the wrong side and I drew the leaf backwards. I'm sure there's lots of things like this that people just take for granted, like how many trees are in the neighbor's yard. You know, stuff you see each day, like how many bricks on the walk, leading up to your building, like how many steps going to your classroom. Like stuff that you know. But if somebody asked you, you really probably don't know. You just take it for granted and it's like ingrained in your mind. But consciously, it's hard to recall things like that. So I just thought this was really interesting because, everybody knows the Apple logo. But I don't know how many of you drew it correctly, or how many of you knew, if you didn't bother to draw it, like how many of you knew what it was, honestly. Probably not that many. The study said under 10%. It was only 85 people in the study, but still. This is something that people should know. It's like the Golden Arches. Everybody knows what the Golden Arches are. Golden Arcs, if you're a Coming to America fan. So everybody knows what the Apple logo looks like. So 85 people, 80 of them should have gotten it right. It turns out only 7 did. Weird.